Here we go. One more video. Just do two quick ones. The first one was about what it was about. Can't remember. I just don't feel like talking about it. But another thing about love is not confined to male and female. I used to believe that men can't love men. They was lustful, infatuated by men, or by the illusion, or by their immature thoughts. You know, I've a few years ago, I come to realization like love who you want to love. Be happy with your decisions. Don't feel pressured to say, hey, this is society likes women with men with women and women with men. If you love that woman, go ahead, love that woman. If you love that man, go ahead. Does that make you less than? No. We have this stigma, these things about gay people that they are less than, that they need to be silenced, that it's a sickness or it's disease, and this religion, so-called thing called religion, has you believing that it's an abomination. When in essence, these are like really good people. So I really don't understand why people are so obsessed with hating gay people. Literally, it's just love. Are you mad or that salty in your own life to where he's like, they like another man? Meanwhile, your wife or your girlfriend or whoever it is you involved with don't give you no pussy or no dick. So you have a hard relationship, and you see these two men or these two women loving each other, and then it's like, people cast their own insecurities on the others, and that's what I have a problem with. And the more cultured, or the more I get and gain from experiencing gay lifestyle or gay way of, just gayness, I don't want to sound problematic, but the more I understand that these are just people. And I'm sure everybody's aware of a thing that was in a current event that was in a newspaper about a 9-year-old boy committing suicide 4 days into the school year. He was bullied because he was gay, and he came out as gay, and they teased him. Two things really. The society we live in, this America, or this state of being we have lived in, has made us too sensitive to things. That's another thing, but that's not saying his own death is his fault. 2, we have to be cognizant, we have to be mindful of what we say around our children, what we allow them to intake within our vicinity, because our kids are who we raise them to be. Like, I'm raising my daughter to be anything she wants to be. If she comes out and says she loves this and loves that, I'm going to support her. But for a 9-year-old boy to commit suicide because they made fun of him being gay, it's a silly. It's like, why do European immigrants, or why do white people hate black people? Why is there racism, or so-called perceived racism? It's out of sheer ignorance. Why do people care so much about this stuff? I'll never understand this. If you like what you like, who cares? I'm not sitting here saying I'm better than anybody. I'm just saying we're all equal, we're all together. Of course, everybody has their own affliction, goes through different things, but what I don't understand is, we have a child that's not going to get to experience life because he's took his own life at 9 years old. And he's not the only kid that goes through this. He's just the only one that was televised, publicized, or whatever. May he be the sacrificial lamb for this. But we have to really look how we treat gay people. If somebody comes out as gay, it's not a life or death situation. It's their life. We so-called heterosexual people have nothing to do with that. Like, the world is still going to go around if he likes dick or she likes pussy. What is stopping your life to where somebody else's business is your business? You go into your own home, that person don't exist. You turn off the internet, or you go out of work, or you go away from school. If you're thinking about that person outside of school or outside of work or outside of wherever you are, encounter these people, gay people, then that means you have something deep within you that makes you want to be gay, or you have unresolved issues within you that you need to resolve. Because for our children to constantly get attacked for being themselves, it's like, it's mind-blowing. I don't understand how close-minded we can be as heterosexual people. And I don't want to make the mistake of comparing gay people, gay rights, as to black struggle or African-American struggle or to the immigrant struggle, but people just want to live. You know, people just want to be themselves and be free. They just want to be unbothered. Like, I don't get, you know? It's like, people are worried about the wrong things in the society, man. And I keep saying it, and for this child, this beautiful soul, to be here no more because he felt he wasn't welcome, it really breaks my heart. Like, I really wanted to cry when I read this story because it's very disheartening. And, you know, like, I don't think, it's hard to explain without getting really emotional, but a lot of people struggle with their sexuality, and when they find their voice, they find the confidence to tell people or let people know that not insignificant, but that this big thing in their head, and which in reality is such a small thing, that they get shamed for it. And I'm not saying people coming out as gay is like small, but if you really look at it, just because somebody likes the same sex doesn't make it like a world view or world issue. Just like these politics, they just come back with gay rights, gay this, gay that, just to throw us from distraction. But it's not like some theatrical show for somebody coming out as gay. It's big to the person coming out as gay, but like, I fuck my wife, you know, I have sex with her. So why is that? That's no big. But then when a gay person come out as gay, it's like the end of the world for some people, especially the black community. But excuse me, it's mind-blowing that men in particular, but just women, just gay people period, can't come out and be comfortable. And when they do, they gotta die or commit suicide for it, or just be severely emotionally damaged, traumatized from it. And I really want to go find those kids and fight them, to be honest with you. You know? And if I can't get to them, I want to get to their parents, because there's several ass whoopings that need to be had right now by this. I just think that it's sad that we can't be ourselves. That you can't look beyond somebody's gayness and see their potential. Just like you want somebody to see it in you or your straight son or your straight daughter, what's the difference? You know what I mean? What is the difference? Because I sleep with women and somebody like me would sleep with a man. What does that have to, that has nothing to do with the character or the soul or the gifts that they have. That has nothing to do with any of that. Yeah, that may be partial to gay things, but that's who they are. Some just live as gay but still live a regular life. It's not like a disease. So it's like when things start affecting our children, or when things start affecting people that I love or people that I'm a so-called ally of, then I have a problem. And I'm not afraid to fight. You know, it's sad because I'm 38, but I shouldn't be fighting no more. But I am actually a trained boxer. I am actually a fighter, and I'm not afraid. It's like I'm an intellectual meathead. That's what I like to call myself. I've been called this before, but yeah, I want to say this child's name, but I don't think it's right. You know, plus I don't know if I get sued for mentioning it, but raise your kids better, man, because it breaks my heart when people can't be themselves. Like, I wasn't allowed to be myself as a young child. Maybe I would turn out a little bit more better, more further off in my creativity or whatever, financially secure within my own talents. I wasn't allowed to curate it because of who they thought I was. I just want to say, man, like, we have got to do better. We have got to protect one another more. We must unify and set aside whatever differences we have with one another and really look at the brass tacks, or really look at why we don't like this. And if you want to if you want to hang up your insecurities on what God says or what allegedly God says, then you still are to blame, because you're choosing to believe in something that's telling you to divide from people when you should draw people in. And like, who somebody loves is not my business. It's just simple as that. Simple as that. It's just simple. Like, I know a few gay people, coolest motherfuckers I know. Cool. Beautiful people. I know some heterosexual people. Of course I know heterosexual people. Ugly motherfuckers. And some are beautiful. So it's like, there's good and bad in everything. If a dude or a female want to be flaming like gay, glitters, rainbows, whatever we think they are, because I don't know, then that's who they are. It's like heterosexual people wear their straightness or their hetero-ness, cisness every day, like a uniform. I don't know, socks and drawers and shit, you know. But I want people to wake up from this, you know, and as soon, because I'm about unity. I'm about coming together. Why do you hate gay people? What are you getting out of hating them? You know, acknowledge them as people like you and me, next door neighbor. Acknowledge people for who they are, and then judge them off of they are, not what they do. Because a lot of us aren't what we do. Like, I write, I like to, you know, my job, I'm a father, I'm all of these things, but that's really not who I am. These are things that I do and things that I love, but you can call me pro-black, but doesn't mean I am racist. Doesn't mean I'm better than, even though a lot of things derive from Africa. People don't want to acknowledge that, but that's something else. It's just that I don't think that I'm better than anybody. I just think that I'm a human just like everybody else. I just want to live hand in hand, arm in arm, you know, with my fellow humans. And we aren't allowed to be anything other than what they tell us we should be. And we have to shift our mind, shift our thinking from what we're told, because what we're told is the wrong thing. I can go somewhere else with it, but we have to cut this homophobic out, like homophobic shit, like, especially in music. I really don't like it in music no more. It's like, the more I awake, the more I am so-called woke, I'm being careful or knowledgeable or understanding of what I'm digesting and also what I'm saying. I mean, I'm still working on what I'm saying because I say whatever I want to say, you know. And I'm trying to purge that out. Not successful in most cases, but I'm still trying to be better. And once we are content with ourselves, then we, you know, we ain't pushing. We just intaking ain't nothing coming out, you know. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to take as much as I can in and impute that and just be what I'm learning. Every human's agenda is to push people forward. So if you're pushing forward negative images or negative words or negative things towards gay people, then you're homophobic. We can all have gay friends. We can all be cool with people, but that doesn't mean that you respect them. Like my cousin told me, she said, what did she say? Thank you for accepting me and not tolerating me. And that sticks with me. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to just tolerate people, but I accept you for who you are. And that's what we have to learn to do because it's toxic, man. We are just a bunch of toxic people as heterosexual, cis, whatever the titles and labels are. We are toxic. We're not better than. That's not all who they are. So what's the big deal? You know? I don't know what else I could say, and maybe I can get helped out by somebody, but yeah, this is the second video. I hope I struck a chord or struck a nerve with somebody, but just do better, you know? This 9-year-old boy and other children shouldn't be dead for being bullied for being gay. They didn't even discover life yet at that age. They lived this much and experienced this much, but he didn't get to understand, they don't get to understand life, don't get to experience these things. Why? Because we are raising our children to be hateful bastards. And that is very heartbreaking. You know? People just want to live. Be happy. Be unbothered. Want to make people happy. And my heart is truly broken when I hear about these things, you know? Like I'm truly in pain simply because he's gone and he's not going to get to experience any of this. So with that being said, I'm going to go before I get real emotional. Be a light, push everything forward, be better. And that's really all I got for you. Peace. Peace.